So hello girls. So today in this class we'll listen about the closed system or the different kinds of culturing of the bacteria, that is batch culture, continuous culture and synchronous cultures. So these are the three different kinds of the systems of culturing the bacteria, microbial cultures. Okay, so under this closed system we can call the batch culture as a closed system and continuous culture as the open system, and the third one is the synchronous culture. And closed means that is nothing can come out and nothing can go out. Okay, so just like how we are following lockdown in this situation, in the same way something cannot go out and something cannot come in. That kind of system is called as closed system, and batch culture is example for that, whereas continuous culture is open system where there is in and out flow. Okay, then the synchronous culture. So for coming to this closed system, that is batch culture. So how do we grow the bacteria in a batch culture? Normally, how do you grow the bacteria? You collect the sample from the soil or from the air or from any other source. Okay, from your swab collection or from collection from your throat or nasal cavity or buccal cavity, or that is oral cavity. From anywhere you can take the sample and you can inoculate. Inoculating means nothing but introducing the bacteria into a particular medium or any liquid or solid kind of medium, that is called as inoculation. So when you take up the sample and you inoculate it into the either liquid medium, that is broth, or the solid medium, that is containing agar. Okay, so in any kind of the system, if we are growing in such a kind of system and we are adding nothing again to it, we'll just inoculate the bacteria into the medium and leave it to grow, and after it completely grows, that is the completion of the growth curve. You have seen it, the 4 phases of the culture. So when it completes the 4 phases, just collecting whatever we need, the commercial sample, that is antibiotics or enzymes, whatever it might be, that is called a batch system. There is no there is no improvement in that. Okay, so that is what the batch culture is. So what happens in a batch culture? You provide the bacterium with a particular amount of the medium, so it takes up the medium, and as per the growth curve, you can see here, as per the growth curve, you can see the 4 phases, that is lag phase, log phase, then stationary phase and the death phase, and the 4 phases will be employed in this batch culture. So from extra into the tube you won't be adding any medium. Okay, then other kind of the culture under this batch culture, there is a quite variation, that is another kind of batch culture, that is called as fed batch culture. That is, into this batch culture something is fed. Feeding is nothing but providing with the food, so something the bacteria is being provided with. So what is that in this fed batch culture? So in the fed batch culture, you provide a particular nutrient which is required for the growth of the bacteria. Okay, so that is called as growth limiting factor. So when you provide this nutrient to the bacteria in limiting amounts, that is in small amounts. So when you suppose you are so hungry and you need something for your growth, but you are being provided with only small quantity of rice and small quantity of vegetables, so how would your growth be? So daily you will be feeding,